Hello students, welcome to another lecture of pharmaceutical jurisprudence. In our last lecture we discussed about part 1C and 1D of schedule M, and today we'll be studying about part 1E. So part 1E basically has specific requirements for the manufacture of meter dose inhalers. So let's start. Now the first very important point is that the manufacture of a meter dose inhalers, it should be done strictly under condition which shall ensure minimum microbial and particulate contamination. Secondly, the building where the manufacture of meter dose inhalers is done, it should be located on a solid foundation so that the vibration caused by the running of machines, it do not produce any cracks in the building. Secondly, all the building surface should be impervious, it should be smooth, and it should be non-shedding, and if there is any joints, then those particular joints should be filled. No gap should be there in the joints, because if there is gap, then dust particle will accumulate in that particular gap and contamination can occur. Now there should be segregation in the manufacturing area. Segregation as in there should be separate area for personals which are working. Preparation, there should be a separate area for the preparation room, there should be a separate preparation room, there should be a separate bulk preparation room, and there should be a separate filling room, right? So all these areas should be segregated. Secondly, the propellants which are being used for the manufacture, they should be delivered to the manufacturing area by filtering them through a 2-micron filter. The propellant should be filtered, and they should be filtered through a 2-micron filters. Then for the manufacture of a meter dose inhaler, there should be a separate master formula, and that particular master formula should be strictly followed during the manufacturing of a meter dose inhaler. Then a separate area has to be provided where all the materials are removed from the packaging and they are air washed. And the temperature and humidity in the manufacturing area should be regularly monitored, and it should be maintained according to the propellants and the products which are being used in the manufacturing procedure. Temperature and humidity shall be monitored on a daily basis, and they should also be reported in a proper record. Daily record has to be maintained. Now the personals who are working in the manufacturing unit, they should wear suitable single piece garments which are made up of non-shedding material and which are made up of light material. Cotton material should be avoided. Then gloves which are being used by the personals, they should be of suitable material which do not have any interaction with the propellants which are being used. Then there should be a written procedure for the sanitation of the meter dose inhaler manufacturing facility, and the sanitizing agents which are being used, the disinfectants basically which are being used, they should be used in rotation, and record of the same has to be maintained. Now use of water for cleaning purposes should be strictly avoided, and special care should be taken to handle the residues and rinse of the propellants. Then manufacturing area, that should be of closed system. The vessels and supply line should be preferably made up of stainless steel to avoid the rusting. Then all the equipments which are used in the manufacturing area, they should be calibrated and they should be properly installed, they should be validated. There has to be proper standard operating procedure for each equipment, and the calibration of the equipment should be done on a regular basis. In case of suspensions, the bulk solution which is being made, it should be stirred at a regular interval continuously. Then filled containers should be kept for a suitable period of time only, established by a manufacturer which is specified in the master formula. Storage is mainly done to detect any leakage in the containers prior to testing, labeling and packing. In addition to the routine good manufacturing practices documentation, there are certain specific requirements, additional requirements for meter dose inhalers. So the first thing is that you need to document the temperature and humidity in the manufacturing area. You need to document the periodic filled weights of the formulations. Now records of all the rejection should be maintained. Records of all the rejection during spray testing should also be maintained. In addition to the general requirements, general documentation points which are stated in our previous lectures. So thank you so much dear students. This was all in today's lecture. I hope you understood this lecture well. If you have any queries, any doubt, you can always reach out to me. And thank you so much once again for giving your time.